Alright, running some more tests. As per usual, pretty chill stream. It's probably gonna be more low-key than usual. Just because constantly keeping up conversation is a bit exhausting for me. I will explain anything that is out of the ordinary. This is generally for Creo Team because I think they're the only one to really check it out, and that's really enough for me, honestly. That is the whole purpose of the testing, isn't it? And then I guess other guys in the group can also take a look at it, but it's generally just Creo Team. So I know the last time I did this championship mode was causing bugs. Obviously that's still a work in progress. So I think this time I'll just go straight into the campaign, and I'll leave World Cup alone. Because I know there are a lot of different bugs related to that seem to be propagating throughout the rest of the game. I'm gonna go ahead and continue the campaign. Scotland. Looking forward to seeing the new footballing cultures whenever we get them. I think they're lower on the list of priorities right now. Just because they already have the system in place for implementing new cultures. Trade request for Calderwood? I don't think so. Calderwood's pretty important. Yeah, I mean, he's not very good for this level of play, but he's good enough. He's an AM. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. AM-CM hybrid, so I can understand why they want him. Can I live without Calderwood though? And is it worth it? Because who would I get him for? Who will I be able to take in return? I mean, Hansen. If I can get Hansen, it might be worth it. Give me a second. Constantly clearing my throat over here. I mean, Hansen. How much are they offering? Oh, 148. Maybe. It might be worth it, honestly. Calderwood also 28. Yeah, I think I have to make this sale. It's actually a good sale to make. Yeah. Generally, you want to check and see what you can potentially get. 148 for Calderwood. If I end up buying, let's see, is there anyone on the extended list? This is the last day of the transfer window as well. Yeah. Hansen is the guy to buy. It's gonna take some time though, but he does have control already. So I could potentially make him a CM and something else. Could also do Little. Little's okay. But I'm looking for quality players now, so I think I make that sale. Yeah, I definitely make that sale. But then I also need to check my bench as well. Again, this is me just playing. I don't put too much stock into YouTube entertaining. You know, it's not my thing. And you know, this platform doesn't pay. So I'm not really worried about any of that jazz. I will just do my own thing, so it can be dry at times, but bear in mind this is really just streaming because I feel like streaming at the end of the day. You know, the benefit is really to myself, and then anyone who wants to join in can join in. But yeah, I do have other players to train. There's also work being done outside. Guys working on the canal over there. I'm gonna make the jump. I think it's worth it. We'll accept that, and now we're gonna spend all of that money. That's the other thing. I have these other players that I need to get on board here. You can see I have McNee, who's incredibly important. I have these two guys here who probably won't train up. They're there just because they're young. And it's important to have younger players in the roster. You know, these guys will age out of the game eventually. How much could I get for you? Not worth it. He's also okay. I'm gonna go ahead and spend that money right now. I could also spend it on the club. You know, it's a choice you can make. It's money though. Money is actually pretty easy to come by as you go further and further in the rankings. It's really glory that's the problem. Glory is the tough part of it. So let's go ahead and do that. It's going to be a huge purchase though. But it's worth it. And then you see it get updated playing in your club, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and I'll take him off. And really, he's just a better player. Like, if I take out Full of Love, I take a look at him, he's probably being spec'd as a DM? RM, huh, okay. Yeah, it's 25. He's also Scottish, he has good control starting out. He's gonna cap at about 40, level 40. It says 50, but it's really the second tier when they hit 30% experience. It's also 23, so he's a solid age. Huh. He's young enough that I could go any of these and benefit. Trying to figure out which one's the best play. Layoff pass for sure. If I'm going to play him in the center, I want layoff pass. And then he has good defense too. It's good enough for this role. So maybe I'll go like maybe 35-40 control, maybe 25 defense roughly, and then the rest of it in passing. Just so he has something. Just so he can put some type of pressure on the midfield. And I did use him in a loan at one point, right? I remember him. Henson, yeah. I benefited from that loan as well. Very nice. Okay, we got this match going on. Let's see. Yeah, these guys are getting old now. Gotta train up my next generation. Gilmore accuracy. Yeah. Alright, let's do that. McNee's also getting tired. Let's see what we got going on here. What was that? 5-2-3. Sweeper. 2 DFs and a CD. Fullback, so that means that side is covered. 2 CMs in the midfield, 3 forwards, 1 with slide tackle. Decent control, so that Olympic kick might actually be dangerous here. What else? Some of these names, though. Ah, I see. Netherlands, never mind. I wonder how they generate the names. I'm pretty sure those are culturally correct. Like, it looks weird to me, but I'm not from the Netherlands, so not surprising. Like, my last name probably will look weird to a lot of people. That's come up more often than not. How are you doing? Let's see. 6, okay. Oh, I keep doing that. For some reason, I keep thinking it goes back. Yeah, okay. Must be from other games then. We'll play you. McNee needs a rest, and then Clark needs to get going. Masters. They get the ball first. He's a right wing midfielder. I don't think he's actually gonna get any better there. And then what do they have in the midfield? They have CM, so I don't think he's actually gonna stop anything. Don't want to play you because you're getting tired. Might play you, so maybe we'll take out, but I also need to train some guys up, so it's a tough call. Who's that, Hansen? Hansen's taken over Allardyce's position, I think. Might not be a bad call, sure. Let's put McNee out here. And I think Kelman was gonna be another CF, if I'm not mistaken. Donahue, they're gonna have a right fullback, so I can take advantage of that. Then maybe I'll do you as well, Goodwill. Good Willie, Wiley, whatever. And then let's see. I mean, he can play it into the box for sure if I need to. Just trying to figure out how to play this. I should really have Allardyce out there if I'm being honest, but Hansen, I want to get Hansen up to speed. Yeah, let's start with Allardyce, why not? McNee's gonna play on the bench today. And then I think that's good enough. Probably play him over there. Just in case I need to play it forward, you can be over there. Alright, we're good. Yeah, it's Creo team. They got the bug sorted out. I just need to avoid World Cup mode until that gets some more work done. Let's see what else we got. I mean, your control's not great, so I can probably win that boot. Well, I could have won that ball. I didn't. They have nutmeg, so I need to be careful. It's dangerous just because of nutmeg. Let's see. Yeah, nutmeg's really the only dangerous bit. Okay, let's see. 46. Yeah, 60, that's gonna be tough. Yeah, that foul a while ago is unfortunate. Oh, that's where you are? Also, why are you that? There's some options here. Their defense isn't great. He does have slide tackle though. It's the only problem. Maybe I'll actually play him there. He's also a DF. I'll do that then. I'll shift it a little bit. Goal is to keep possession of the ball, get it into the box, potentially score against him. Could also shoot. Yeah, I could also just shoot directly with him, but we'll see. A bunch of different things I could do. I could play the forward into the box. I could play him over there. Probably nutmeg right here, shoot, cross the ball. I have some options. Who has nutmeg though? You in the middle? Okay, not worried about it. All right, let's do it. Get him into the box. He does have slide tackle, but we'll see if it actually works. From the front, that's smart. Yeah, figure that was gonna happen. Let's see. I mean, I wish. I'm gonna pass it there. Just gonna try to pass it through. He's an AM, so he's gonna get a bonus. Hit control, which is a nice little feature to take into consideration. Pass that ball off and fail. Unfortunate. That happens. Let's see. Nutmeg. I'm gonna play him forward then. Oh, well, can't do that. Not with 7 passing. Cannot do that. He's gonna slide. No slide tackle. That's a weird choice. He has good defense, so he could potentially win the ball and try again. Yeah. There we go. Oh, he got it again. That's no good. Just end the turn. There's no reason to quarter foul. You're gonna go for layoff pass. You can't. Yeah, you can do that though. Ooh, good shot. That's why they were forcing it to make sense. Olympic kick, yep. Smart. I mean, good luck. Getting to the box, 56, McDowell. And at this point, we're just playing for control. And then one more, I think, for defense. Yeah, that's, no. Olympic kick is good when you have the control for it. They have it. They absolutely have the control for it, but that's about, they have to be able to beat the opponent as well. Not just about you, ultimately. Let's see. They're going to make a change. There are a bunch of things I can do here. I might actually switch it up. Those CMs in the middle kind of make it difficult, though. He has 85. He has 85, doesn't he? I'm thinking about nutmeg, though. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about nutmeg. Let's do this. And then instead of you, I could also cross it, honestly. I don't think they have, what do you call it? They don't have a CD on the edge. I could also cross it, sure. I felt like doing that. Let's actually go for a cross. And then we might mix it up later. They're also going to make a change, I'm pretty sure. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they're going to make a change, of course. Yeah, smart. Yeah. Good choice. I mean, that also works. The thing is, if he gets through, though, he's gonna... If he does get through... They also did that, huh? That's interesting. Yeah, if he gets through, a CD's not gonna make a difference, so... Could also nutmeg. There are a few things I could do, but to take a shot from here is tough. I'm just gonna go for the obvious attack to start it off. And also Clark. Maybe I'll do that. That forces them to move at least, so they can't nutmeg there. That's something. I might go for the obvious play. The third line header has been nerfed though, because no obvious reasons. Used to be pretty ridiculous. Yeah. Even though he has level 2 head play, if it was level 3, it still wouldn't be that much. But it's really easy to get headers from here. So generally, you need to get in the second column or the first column now. Yeah, he hit the ball, but he hit it wrong. That's good though. You know, you don't want like an easy tactic that almost guarantees goals. Like we've been playing this game for so long and tweaking stuff and all that jazz that you know, you kind of forget after a while of what it used to be like, you know? Like initially it used to be a game that was just routine basically. Let's see, Patton. Like, he's not going to be able to lay off pass like this, not at 2. He's going to lob it or pass it, okay. Oh, I don't know about... don't do it. I don't know about that. That's not the play you make. I mean, that's the benefit of having a winger, though. That'd normally be a good play, but he's over here. So he has an opportunity to win the ball, and he got it. I'm going to try to play for the corner. I could also hold it, but they will absolutely press. You know, they're smart enough to realize that they should press. Yeah, but then that happens. Unfortunate. Oh, out of bounds. Well, okay. They went for the lob for some reason. They also made a sub. Oh, look, I get to use that throw-in, finally. All right, let's see what we got. I should make another change here. Atkins is pretty good. He's not bad. I'm trying to think of the play to make. Let's take out Allardyce. Yeah, let's take out Allardyce. And I'm going to need someone with head play here, I think. Oh, they made that change. Okay. Huh. Trying to think of the play. Because this formation is interesting. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, he can do it up to 2 towels. I could easily get it there too. Well, let's see what we got. Huh. Yeah, I can do it 1 towel out. It's gonna be you, I guess. Yeah. And the nice thing is, well, he's behind me, but nobody's on the right-hand side. That's actually pretty good. So I don't think I have to fight for the ball here. No, I don't, right. That's a beautiful thing about throw-in. You know, the only time it actually becomes useful. I could go for that, but I have to beat two guys if I do that. I could also just shoot it, but I don't think I'm going to score. Second column, second row, so we have an opportunity to score. Yeah, it's 60. 60 is pretty good. That's a noticeable jump from what he had before. 25, though, it also has to beat him. I mean, he scored. That animation was a bit weird. Animations have been a bit weird lately. So, cause when you have a chance to look at that, look at this, I think that's worth looking into. Like the animations don't always fully play out. I mean, otherwise he still got credit for the goal, though, so it's not a huge deal. Let's see what else we got going on here. Rest of the clubs, okay. Yeah, it's a draw. It wasn't a home game, so it's not a big deal. And then, of course, we stay in the middle of the table. And that's the end of the transfer window, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that should have been the last day. Was it? Yeah. Last day was yesterday, yep. 29 days in February. Was that a leap year? These guys actually programmed in leap years. I hate that stuff. Like, it's pretty elementary when you figure it out, but sometimes it's just a pain. That's why I just use calendar apps instead of trying to build my own. Let's see what else we got going on. We got this team. That Romania. It's nice that I knew it was Romania before I even checked out the flag. And geography classes were good for something, I guess. Although I don't think I ever really did world geography. That's more like a generalized geography thing. Let's see. I did more regional geography because obviously it was more relevant. But yeah, Europe. Let's see what else we got going on. They got a 4-4-2. A lot of guys playing on the left-hand side, though. Left-hand side. Ooh, I don't have the cursor showing. I wish there was a way to show and hide cursors per game. Like, I don't stream a lot. I also don't really record at all. Like my, what do you call it? My video editing's gotten much better, but the time it takes to record for YouTube really isn't worth it for me. So I just don't really do it anymore. I'll do it on and off for like things that I care about, but generally I don't. Like if there's like a random game, I'm not gonna do a video for it. Yeah, but I wish there was a way to capture cursor depending on program. Because a few times I do actually record videos and edit and stuff, I hide the cursor. And then when I actually come in the stream, I forget to turn it back on. But that's effectively my finger, right? It's like I'm pointing at things, but there's nothing really showing. It's a little annoying. Let's do Clark because they're a weaker team. Let's also get this guy back into play. Yeah, that's a better call. And then McNee has to get in there because he's the better player. We're going to get McNee in there too. We also have Atkins. They have long pass. Long pass on a goalkeeper is no good, honestly. Like, I know my goalkeeper has it, but it's not a defensive skill. Like, it just isn't. When you have something like strong goalkeeper or playing out or even a reaction, it covers the bases on something. So you're not as tied down in the defense. Like I don't need to defend against nutmeg and rainbow feint and cannon shot and headers, But when you have long paths, you have to deal with all of them. So like it's good for the counterattack. I mean, if you can force the AI to make a bad shot, barring they should never be hitting your goalkeeper in the first place, so it's still kind of bad. It's still not a great skill, honestly. It's just not a good skill. Not for goalkeepers. It's better for like a sweeper or something, or a defender. Because anytime your goalkeeper has to touch the ball, you've kind of messed up. You should be forcing the AI to take shots that are so bad that the defenders can deal with it. Sometimes they'll break through, but they shouldn't be breaking through fairly often. Yeah, so it's just not good. Let's see. So I'm going to exploit that for sure. I'm actually going to play Atkins over here because they have that. I'm going to make them pay for that. Hansen, I mean, I could go with you. You're also getting old, aren't you? And you're learning that. Could do Hansen on the right-hand side, I guess. We need to take you out. We need to play forward as well, so we're going to play you up here. We're going to want McNee as well. They're going to have a lot of guys on the left-hand side, which means over here, which means I'm going to need to take care of that as well. They also have him. They have Rainbow Feint. I'm not that worried about it. Trying to think about this. Who gets the ball in this situation? Because they're going to have a CD. I'm thinking about it. I feel like I play someone back here. And I feel like... nutmeg. They also have pretty poor control, so maybe I'll play you instead. They don't have a sweeper. That's good news. So maybe I don't need two of these. Maybe I just need you. And then maybe I'll play Kelman over here. I need someone with defense up here, honestly. Maybe you. Yeah, there's some options here. Maybe we'll take you out. Maybe we'll play you here. At least to start. That way you also get some playtime. And then Donahue, they have 2 CDs. If he's on the left-hand side, I want you over here then, and I'll probably do that. They don't have a sweeper, so I don't need to worry about blocking the box. And then I need to get rid of you. I want another offensive player up here. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. He's defensive. Just in case I need to cross the ball, I'll play him there as well. All right, let's do it. A lot of stuff going on. And then obviously they have players in the midfield. Like Sullivan has good defense, but he's the only concern. All right, let's do it. To the match. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Right, I figured as much. Right, that's open, but I'm not really worried about it right now. I can deal with it later. Layoff pass. Sullivan's in a good spot. Yeah, this first turn is gonna determine how things go, though. Just trying to figure out how they'll play it. They have the CD in the box, which is solid option. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna move you forward, and you're gonna hold the ball. Now, if he can keep the ball here, okay, yeah, foul. I figured. That's why I moved him forward. That's exactly why I did that first. I have 2 options here. I could hold the ball, try to get a card, or I could try to play it forward and go for the shot. He has 49 defense, 12. He's gonna lose the ball. He could move to the left, maybe, if I really needed him to. And then he could take a shot, but he has 106, so it's not great. I'm actually gonna play for the possession again. Now, if he fouls me again, that's 2 yellow cards. Yeah, he's going from the front. That's smart. Yeah, if he fouls me like that, he's probably not going to get booked. So the AI is aware. I'm also okay with that choice. He's also going to do that. That makes sense, but he can't really stop it. Also, I'm Scottish, so I got a 150% boost to passing, so it went from 40 to 100, which is a lot, obviously. I'm also a winger, so I can do that. And now I have 100 passing, which is an easy challenge, honestly. It's not tough. And then 100 to 15. So now I need to... It'd be nice to get it to him, but we'll see. These guys have to roll. They have to roll and meet my lob factor, I think. My cross factor to actually stop this. And I have 100. So the way it works is... And you can actually check, which is cool. I actually like this a lot. I wish more games did this. The only game I've ever seen do this is Crusader Kings. And maybe Pillars of Eternity too? I can't remember if Pillars does it to that extent, but only Crusader Kings have ever done this. It's actually a much bigger deal than people realize. You can just slot in details on mechanics like this on the fly. It's a ridiculously good system. Like, I work in tech, so I have some understanding of how programming the references works. It's actually pretty impressive. Between working in tech and actually having a background in gaming, you kind of have a better appreciation for it. But yeah, I'm about to cross. Cross comes up. You have to cross the ball across. It tells you how it works. I really wish more games did this, especially games like this where they don't really have a community of knowledgeable people. Like, I've been in communities where I'm like one of the most knowledgeable people. And if we don't feel like sharing, you don't learn how things work. Like, it's either like a handful of us or the developer. And that way, things just fall through the crack and nobody talks about it. But here, you know exactly how it works. You can see all the information. Literally everything you could ask. Anything that the dev could tell you is in here. So, that's great. Again, Crusader Kings is the only game I've ever seen do this. Which is a shame, because without strong communities, a lot of this stuff just doesn't get shared. So I'm glad Creo Team put emphasis on this, especially for a single player game. Yeah, but basically crossing, the way this is going to work is I'm going to cross, I have to beat this. To actually get it across the box, I have to roll higher than that. In order to meet the ball, they have to hit the number, whatever number I roll, basically. And then it's kind of a challenge here. They have to be within range of the number that I roll plus the cross factor. And then all these different guys are doing their own challenges. He's going to try to head the ball out. He's going to try to beat that guy. He's going to try to head it. If he gets to it, he's going to have to save it. And then you actually roll the dice. Yeah, the animations are a bit off. I'll keep this under an hour just so it's not too much work for Creo Team to go through. And then I might bookmark it. Yeah, but yeah, the animations are playing out before the actual, what's the word, action takes place. He's gonna run in. Yeah, his control is not high enough to bother me. In another lifetime, maybe I would have cared about that. Still risky though, for sure. Like, don't be fooled. That's still a huge risk. Also, if I wanted to take a cannon shot, I could. Like, I could easily just run up here and boot it, but I don't think that's a great challenge, so I won't. I'm actually just gonna hold the ball here. It's risky to hold it though. So I have to take that into consideration as well. Do I hold the ball and potentially get fouled? I can see that if that happens, he's gonna get injured, so it might not be worth it. And again, this thing comes up for everything, literally everything. Like, I really wish more games did this. Like, the fact that it's a small studio who did it is crazy. Because larger studios won't even do this, so it's nuts. But yeah, I have to think about it. His stamina is going to go down. He's going to hold the ball. He already has the card. I know he's going to tackle because he has good defense. If I get fouled, I'm probably going to lose him for a few games. So I'm just going to take the safer option, even though it's less likely to score. And I am getting a shot on goal. You know, he can always roll poorly, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, like that, you know. So it still kind of works out. Even if he did save it, there was an opportunity to get a corner kick, so... And even if I didn't get a corner kick, he's safe from getting fouled. So you have to take all that stuff into consideration before you just hit go, you know? All that stuff matters. Because Atkins, like, losing out on a goal isn't as bad as losing a player for an indeterminate amount of time. I'm just gonna play it back just to kill that that run-in right there, because that is dangerous for sure. Anytime they can run into your box like that, it's a risk. Even with the CD, like, it usually isn't worth the CD tackle right there. It's a huge gamble. Let me see, what's the play here? Yeah, okay, I got it. Okay, so I can take a shot, yeah. So that worked out. Level 2 long pass. Long pass on like a central defender or defender on this line is pretty good. Because this is usually where you want the buck to stop. You either want to win the ball here or you want to block the shot or something. So it makes more sense to have it on one of these players than it does the goalkeeper, and then they can kind of start the counterattack. I know some people like putting it on the DM. That's okay too. Yeah, DM's okay too. I prefer slide tackle on my DMs, just because the defense tends to be for stopping passes, and then when you actually want to win the ball, you want something else. So I'm more partial to slide tackle, but long pass on a DM's okay too. Someone in this area. But it's usually best on these players. If it's not going to be like head play or reaction, then it should probably be long pass. Head play and reaction. Head play is more important than reaction, in my opinion, because it's easy to stop rainbow paint. Like I know it's like a new player trap, I guess, where you're so worried about stopping rainbow paint that you forget about everything else. But it's not hard. But head play, it's tough to stop headers if you're not set up properly. Because without head play, you can't even defend against it, even if it's a lower chance in this game. Again, everything shows up as information. It gives you literally anything you could ask for. Power shot versus precision shot, all of the attributes. If I ever make a game, I'm going to learn from these guys because, you know, they know what they're doing, which is not surprising. It's like a group of industry employees. I think they had experience in it before they even started making their game, which makes sense. If you're going to make a game of this scope, you can't be some guy who doesn't know anything about it. That's just silly. You have to have some type of experience. Generally, you're better off making like small games if you're just learning. It makes sense if they had knowledge beforehand, before they did something like this. And it wasn't just knowledge, they had like a full-on prototype. I think they have video, they had like board games, and they had like prototype stuff and all sorts of stuff. You know. I don't think they were going in it to be like the next indie darling or some nonsense that most people fall into in terms of traps. They just had their head on their shoulders. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to ramble a bit. Again, this stream is just me streaming. You know, that's really the purpose of it at the end of the day. So you can expect rambles and stuff like that. Anyway, let's see. We're going to... I don't like playing Hansen back here. Although playing him back there is not the worst thing. If I'm going to make him a wing back, it makes sense to make him a full back as well. And the nice thing about it is, if he becomes a full back, he's useful in a lot of different ways other than just winning the ball. Like just being able to pressure and make different special abilities more likely to succeed is a huge, huge boon. Let's go ahead and play Allardyce now. We're up by 2. We're going to go ahead and, let's see, we want Donahue out there. We want some training to go on. We're up by enough to the point where I think we can start training up some players now. So we're going to get Gilmore in there as well. He's not going to be the focal point of our attack, but he'll be up there for sure. And then I'm also going to play him there, just to kind of get the DF going. Make sure he can stop either one. And then I think that's it. I think we'll play him up there. And I think I could play him as a, let's see. I think I could probably play him as an LM, if I'm being honest. That might be the better call. He's kind of too deep if I do that, a little too far back. But then he'll be safe from the defender. So maybe we'll do that. So we have more of a, what, a 5-3-2 going on right now. That's going to become a 4-4-2 in a minute. I'm pretty flexible. Go ahead and start this game, start this half. I'll do about an hour, and then I'll probably bookmark some stuff for Creo teams. They can go take a look at it. That's generally how I do it now. Did this desk move? Maybe. Ugh, I might need glasses. My sense of perspective is off. Maybe. My entire job is about looking at a fine print and screen, so maybe. Get your eyes checked, people, especially as you get older. He's gonna take the shot. I mean, sure. Not a great choice, but that's the type of thing I want to see. I want them to take low quality shots, and then I'll sweep it up. And it's also important to keep your defense together. You know, in situations like that, a lot of the time the opponent can take shots that just pull apart your formation, and then in a future attempt, suddenly they have a much easier chance on goal. So you want to kind of keep your defense together as well. 32 is not great, but I'm not worried about it. Ooh, you gonna go for it again? Okay, you're lucky. You're very lucky. Thinking about this. Okay, he's gonna fall back. I could go for the nutmeg, which would allow me, what would that even do for me? It wouldn't do much. I should probably just pass it into the box. He also has 80 passing because he's Scottish. 32 plus 150%, which is important because now that allows me to get the ball directly into the box if I want to. I could always do something like this. And even if there's a DF, you know, the DF is going to be penalized because it's a neighboring towel. You know, I'm going to have the bonus. I wonder what it chooses in this situation in terms of information. Just passing. Okay. Yeah. Pretty basic, but you also have like the attributes and stuff. You also have the ranges. Again, this is something I don't think most players will ever open up. It's kind of like a tutorial. You know, when your game has a tutorial, most players are going to skip it, especially if it's a game that people are familiar with. If it's a fighting game, nobody wants to go through the tutorial to figure out how to punch. If it's a sports game, nobody wants to go through the tutorial to figure out how to freaking move the guy. So a lot of information just gets left. You know, this is you know, good luck convincing someone to go in here and look at all these things individually, right? To actually open this up. But when you kind of do it like this, you know, they can kind of look at it in bite-sized pieces and bite-sized segments. So it's like, you know, this is something maybe you'll go on the Discord server and say, and ask someone, how does it work? You can just kind of be in the middle of a game, click this button, and then it will kind of come up and tell you how things work. It's a pretty intelligent way to do it. Again, Crusader Kings does this. I think it's the only good way to get a lot of information out without being overwhelming. This is not a good play though, but I'll take it. Just to get the ball into the box. It's a good play because he has a shot on goal. Having a shot on goal is always good, even if it's not a great shot, because you can always get a corner kick. Yeah, you see. I didn't think I was going to score, but I did think I was going to get the corner. And the nice thing about that is, even if you don't think you're going to score, sometimes you do. And then, you know, we'll take the goal, right? Yeah, but we're ahead. We're reasonably ahead. It's pretty comfortable. Let's see, Scarlet. I'm going to take this opportunity to train more players. I also don't want to go overboard with it. It's a big thing. There are certain guys that need to take a seat anyway, so we're going to take you out. We can take you out. We're going to play you somewhere else. I think we're going to make you an attacking forward. In that case, I think Lindsay might be good. We are reasonably ahead, though, so I do want to take advantage of that. So we will take advantage of that. Also think, let's see. We're going to set, well, I don't think it makes sense, does it? It doesn't make sense to move him. We'll leave it alone for now. He does have Rainbow Feint, but I'm not that concerned about it. They would have to they would have to keep the ball here or something, do something crazy like that. Who's actually gonna cross it? McNee? Okay. We'll cross with McNee then. Let's see what we got. Hey, McNee. Yeah, we'll do you. And then we'll probably play for the header, so we'll put him on the second column. When they're on this column, they can't be displaced, as opposed to this column where it's you know, they fight for the space. So it kind of helps to know that as well. Ooh, nah, he's important back there. And then I'll probably put Gilmore up here, just so we get some experience for fighting, even though he's probably going to lose his spot. He does have head play, so he's going to have to contend with that. And 47 versus 25, again crossing, you get all that stuff going on. Yep. And I also like the fact that they have references within this, and then it's like it's cyclical. So I can go head play, and then I can go like the cross, and I can go back and forth, and like I can do something like this. For example, if I go head play, and then I go cross, and then I go back, and then yeah, it's great. It's great. I don't know how long it took them to do this, but I know enough about programming and engineering to know that this was a nightmare. You know, I don't even need to see the code. Like my I guess my superpower when it comes to that, I hate those terms, but you know, I've been in that industry so long, it kind of becomes bespoke vocabulary now. But it's being able to analyze a system or situation, and pretty much at a high level tell you one for one what the code is doing, or at least to have an understanding of how it works. Which is useful when you're in an industry where most of the time things are poorly documented and you have to figure that out anyway. But I can look at this and know that it took them a hell of a long time to get this going. Because it's a lot. Because it's not just the article, it's all the other reference points, and it's the cyclical nature of it. And also dealing with edge cases, like how do you avoid like endless loops of just a floating cross and head play and a floating cross and head play, you know. Stuff like that. It doesn't look like they handled it, but you can also escape out of it. So, and then obviously the UI is its own thing. It's a nightmare. It's why I hate front end UI development, UI UX. I absolutely hate it. I can do it, but I hate it so much. There's so much stuff you have to think about, and then you also kind of have to be an artist, and it's like ugh. Guy, just make me the guy who's putting all the pieces together, thanks. You know, putting all the nuts and bolts together and making sure it's optimized and, you know, documented and all that stuff. The stuff that the UI UX guys hate. You know, I'm the guy who specializes in that. But yeah, that was a hell of an effort. And they're a small team. I mean, I'm gonna ask Cause. I'm not gonna tell you because you know, I'm not gonna tell anybody over the stream, but I'm going to ask Cause how large that team is when they did that. It might be like what, like 4 guys, you know, and then, you know, they're also Ukrainian, so you know what's going on over there. It's like ever since I've seen them handle this situation the way they've handled it, I've lost all patience with any any developer who complains about how hard the process is. Like I just roll my eyes now because yeah. Like, you guys don't know how hard it is to have your country in an aggressive conflict, and you're still working on a niche game and making progress. So, you know, I don't want to hear anybody bitch about it again. Apologies for language, but that's just how I feel about it. Yeah, but it took a hell of a lot of work. I don't even need to, I didn't even need to be a fly on the wall. I mean, I can check with Cause, but it took a lot, I'm sure. I'm going to go ahead and try to cross it. Again, you know, it's a personal stream. I'm going to ramble a bit. That's par for the course. I'm not an entertainer. You know, if I don't enjoy doing the thing, I won't do it. But yeah, this game's about over head play. I mean, I'd have to beat him. He might actually stop it. Yeah, I figured. I'll mention the animations to Creo team because they probably know about it already. The nice thing about Creo team is that they're an actual team. So, you know, everybody's kind of checking the same thing, and they're working behind timelines and schedules and stuff. So you have like 3 different guys testing the same thing. They're all kind of on the same page. It's not like a group of people who are just testing stuff to get their stuff in. All of them are working toward a specific thing. Which makes sense. It's a team with the same goal in mind. You know, they're all kind of getting paid from the same, drinking from the same well, I guess. So it makes a lot of sense. Oh well, let's end this match. Let's do one more. Give me 1 second. Whew, okay. Sinus is acting up. I gotta do stuff you don't really want to hear over the mic, right? Or maybe you guys are weirdos, but yeah. Yeah, I just need to take a break from that there. Let's do one more game. And that was a win. That's also a home game. Pretty important, I think, because we get paid for that. Let's see. Let's do one more game. And then I can probably bookmark a few of those areas where the animations are acting up and pass that off to Cause. Again, they probably know about it already, but I mean, it helps. As an engineer myself, it kind of helps to have that stuff just fall in your lap. Like, it always kind of sucks when the end user is like, oh, I don't like this thing, but they don't have a solution or they don't have an example. And then you have to kind of dig for it yourself. You know, so it kind of makes life easier when that stuff is at least presented, so you know exactly what the case is. So I'll go ahead and send that to them, just so they know about it. It does look like the save bug was resolved, though. I do think it has to do with the World Cup mode. That's still a work in progress. It tends to bug out in a lot of other different areas, so that's probably what was going on. So I'll leave it alone for now. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. Am I going to leave Scotland, though? I don't think so. I think this is a situation where we need to see what it looks like going from the Amateur League to the Premier League with one team. You know, obviously Creo team is testing all of the end game stuff, so I don't need to worry about that, but actually seeing what it looks like to build up a coach from the beginning to the end is tough when you're constantly changing builds and stuff and testing all sorts of different things, so I'll do that. I think maybe in the next campaign I'll go back to jumping from team to team just to get that tested. I'm really waiting for more footballing cultures to make it in, so it makes sense to jump from team to team. I know Cause himself has tested like the coaching experience when you jump from like Spain to England to Germany and all that stuff. But I want to see what it looks like when you're jumping from minor nation to minor nation. You know, what if I go from Scotland to Ireland? What if I go from Ireland to like Norway or something, you know? Right now it's going to feel more or less the same, minus Scotland having a bonus, so it doesn't make sense. Yeah, let's make this the last one. It is definitely hiking day, so I need to get out of here. Yeah, it's hiking day, I gotta get out of here. That's the beauty of living next to a park. When I was finding a place, I was adamant about nature access, because, you know, living in the city kind of sucks. If you like the outdoors at all. Yeah, but when the weather allows it, you gotta take advantage of it. Otherwise, why did you bother, right? Anyway, let's get one more game in. This is a 4-3-3. Again, I like this option that hides the formations. I think it's very useful because, you know, you can't just counter everything immediately. As you'd expect, if you played the original game, that happens a lot. Let's see, Richmond and Mofat. Mofat looks good. He actually looks like someone I want on my watch list, honestly. Yeah, because he's a 2-star player, but he's not very well developed, which is huge because it's gonna mean he might actually be pretty cheap. He's also a universal forward though, so he's already gotten that. Yeah, but he's level 8, so he's gonna be a cheaper player. In fact, I think I can even check right now. I can go to watch list. Relatively cheap in comparison to the others. You have to remember the watch list tends to be more expensive than the personal list as well. So that's also a thing. Yeah, but relative to the other players, he's not going to be too bad. Let's get this in though. Let's see. We get the ball first. They have a 4-3-3. They have an AM. They have an AM with head play. That's interesting. They have a midfielder. They have CF. They have a forward with head play. They have a CF with nutmeg, which means he also has head play. They're pretty aggressive, I think. This would be the only time I'd actually want a sweeper, because a sweeper shuts all of this down. He's going to shut down nutmeg. He's going to make it tough for head play to work. Ironically, depending on how you move the ball in, sweepers can actually make it easier to head play the ball forward, but let's see. They also have nutmeg. This is going to be telling. If this guy has nutmeg on the edge, it's going to be a nightmare to deal with. So I need a Hammerick back here this time. Yeah, because if they have nutmeg on the edge, it's going to force me to change my defense. Yeah, but as you'd expect, this is about pressing and keeping the ball up. You know, keeping the ball forward in their half. If it never gets down here, I never have to worry about it at all. What else they got at the back? They got nothing. They have 3 CDs. That could work, but it usually isn't great though. 3 CDs. They're just never really a good reason to have more than 2. Like, I've been playing this game for like 8 years now at least. What is it, 2024? Maybe 7 years? I can't remember when it came out in early access. Maybe 7. I'm thinking. No, at least 8 years, no. I remember I was playing this before I left the Caribbean. This at least 8 years. I've never seen a situation where 3 CDs was worth it. I've been playing longer than probably everyone except the Creo team at this point. Like, no question. It's never really worth it. Like, even here, you're better off doing something like this, you know? Because if they have nutmeg or rainbow faint, you can easily do that. And generally the way it works is if they get past the first player, they're probably gonna get to the goal some way or another. So I wouldn't even worry about it. Like, if you need to worry about protecting the sweeper or something from nutmeg, rainbow faint, you've already messed up. Like with a formation like this, I mean, I can set up the CDs and at least try to stop them. Otherwise, I could do something like this so they never get into the box. If it's nutmeg, I can just do that or that. Yeah, a lot of time spent teaching. That's how I am. I teach a lot. You know, most people don't want to listen, but yeah. Let's see what we got. So we got Clark. Let's play this game though. How am I going to approach it is the question. I can easily play it from the side depending on what they have. How's Atkins feeling? Atkins might not be the play anyway. I think getting a shot on goal is the way to do this. Definitely feels like I want a shot on goal. So let's do you. We'll keep playing you, sure. We'll keep you in as well. Full of love. Hansen. Let's take Gilmore. I want to play Gilmore though. We're gonna take out Scarf then. I'm thinking about Kelman, but I might play him in the first half. We'll see. Kelman's probably the better choice just to shoot. And I don't know about you. It's early. Maybe I'll do you instead, and then I'll do you just so I have another option. Maybe I can play it directly into the box that way. We can just kind of throw it in there. And then Atkins is still there. Atkins. Let's take Atkins out and give him a chance to rest, right? And then I think that will do. Yeah, I think so. That works. All right, let's see it. Let's see what we're working with here. We have a few options there. Now let's see what they're playing. That's the real question. All right, let's see. Okay, T formation, sure. Right. I guess this is the only time it can work, but it's still not great. Because the only reason this really works is because they have the DF here. If the DF wasn't here, it wouldn't work at all. Because then I could just shoot from the side. I'm going to end up doing that anyway, though. It's like they can't stop it. They have to win the ball. But they have Nutmeg over there, which is going to be a problem, of course. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so it's going to force me to do that. Yeah, that sucks. Anyway, for now, I just have to deal with it. So let's see, let's pass the ball off. Let's get him into position, and there are a bunch of different ways I can attack now. I'm going to aim to hold the ball. He has really good defense, though. Geez, 43 is a lot for a forward. Even if he didn't win the ball, that's a lot for a forward. That's actually pretty smart. By doing that, he kind of opens up the defense so the DF can react. And he also kind of stops me from running the flank, which is smart. It also kind of opens him up in a different way, though. Man, if he was a fullback, I swear this would be money, but he's not. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I didn't think they would do that. Yeah, it's smart. You know, they realize I can run the flank all the way through. Maybe they wouldn't have done that if I hadn't been a winger. Yeah, but there are options. I could definitely pass it through. I could also go for the cross, which I might do anyway. Just thinking about it. Trying to think. There's a lot of different things I can do. I might actually go for the head play here. That's what I love about this game. No matter what you do, you're always open to something. Like, you could literally have 6 guys in the back right here, and you're still open to something. Yeah, it's just 25 versus 30 isn't great. It's a decent opportunity, though. Yeah, animations play out before the action actually takes. So the result plays out before the animations actually play. Yeah, it's a small bug, I'm sure. It's not a huge deal. And they'll fix it, as you'd expect. They're gonna go for layoff pass. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that's a choice. Cross, okay, nice try. I didn't even see that coming. Yeah, we got to its corner. Ooh, it's gonna be a tough one because everybody has head play. It's tough. That's really tough. Well, he's gonna fight for it. He has 52 accuracy. Let's put McDowell here just in case they try to get sneaky. Yeah, that's still tough though. And then let's set up for the potential counter. Might be able to counter here. Thinking about it. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, 100 plus is insane. I can still take an attempt on goal. Thinking about it. I might try to draw a foul here, honestly. That might be the next play. With Allardyce? Maybe. Yeah, I might try to draw a foul here. 27, 24. That 19. Yeah. 25, 19. Yeah, we might try to draw a foul here. Might be the play. And then this time, you're going to be a fullback. Setting up for the next play. I still have to keep possession though. Yeah, 43 is a lot. Okay, are you gonna make the same move? You better not. Okay, well, I completely forgot about the time. Yeah. We're gonna leave that as is for now, I think. It's still a solid move. Let's see. Allardyce. Allardyce is getting tired though, it's a problem. I might go for this instead. It's the initial kickoff, so I'm not as worried about that. Let's do that. Let's also do that. 26 is good. How much do you have stamina? Not a whole lot. 69, nice. Alright. Yeah, I figured. I can live with 52 though. Okay. Yeah, I can live with that. Yeah, he's gonna cross it. That's the better play. Yeah. For sure, that's the better play. I guess this is the only time it's good for a goalkeeper to have long pass when you need to make a quick play like this. Alright, what are you guys gonna do now? Geez, 43. Yeah, eventually it was gonna happen. 43 is a lot. Yeah, but what are you gonna do now though? You can't pass it. Nah, he can't pass it. They might try to lob it. T's also the guy with nutmeg, so there's that. Just trying to figure out what they might do. He might just try to pass it, honestly. He has 39 defense, but it's gonna be limited because of the adjacency penalty, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that's a better play for sure. Yeah, that's a good try. Even if he didn't get it, that's a good try. Because he kept the ball, I think he got a boost to passing. If I can check it real fast. Maybe not. Let's see. Do we can aggressive tackle maybe? It's risky. Okay, but it's a better call. Still has 40. Still has a lot though. That's just a lot. I might risk the foul here. I think it's worth it. Oh, unless he gets the ball. That sucks. That's unfortunate. Is he gonna shoot? He should. Okay, I might go for this. Not great. Yeah, not great. That might be the game. I mean, it should be the game. There are a few things I can do to potentially extend it, but he's not the guy to do it. I could go for that. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, that tackle, I didn't think he'd win it there. But he has a lot of defense for a forward though. Yeah, they earned that. I can live with it. Hansen, though. Good for Hansen. Passing, yeah, and then accuracy is his other fate. Ugh. What did we get out of that? Okay, we got some upgrades going. Allardyce is old, though. What am I gonna do with you? You're level 43. 25 accuracy. What would he be? I mean, he would have been a decent fullback, honestly. Yeah, I mean, as a Scottish player, 13 passing as a fullback. That's like 30 passing, which is enough for maybe a cross, and then obviously defense and control. Accuracy, I guess. 25 is not very good though. Good enough to maybe get a corner on a power shot. Yeah, he would have been a better fullback. He's also a CD, so if I really want him to be a fullback, I could do it, but I don't know. He has long pass. He has level 2. I don't need anything else for that for him. And he's also level 43. So it's kind of maxed out now. It might make sense to go dedication. He's also 26, so he could definitely get level 3 long pass. Well, I don't know. I won't be selling him anytime soon. Yeah, it's a tough call. He also has solid stats, though. 52, 56 for a level 2 giftedness isn't bad. I'm not gonna lie, so maybe that. I do like the fact that you have to choose outright. I can't like check the numbers and see whether or not the time spent training is worth it. I just have to lock myself into it. So I like that. Like, yeah, it's gonna be 4 years or something. And then maybe I'll go for the rest of it. I don't know. A CD with long pass isn't gonna be using it that often. So I might just let him get it naturally. He's 32 years old. He is up there. Honestly, at this point, I would usually go stamina for these guys. But I think dedication for him makes more sense, just so I can get those last few levels. I probably don't need to go down passing anymore. That's enough. I can probably do... probably control. Yeah, I mean, 26 defense is fine. Yeah, slide tackle. I'm not worried about that. The only thing is slide tackle doesn't help with interceptions, but then he's also a winger, so he's going to be pressing. That's a decent spread, though. It's normally passing or defense first for a winger, and then control for running the flank and holding the ball. Yeah, it is... yeah, it is hiking day. I need to get out of here. Ugh. I need to go camp over there at some point. I'll do it eventually. Yeah, we're still avoiding relegation, which is nice. Let's see what else we got going on here. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I'll bookmark a few things for cause. Again, I don't mind doing it for Creo Team. They I've done testing for other games and they've been a mess. But for the most part, Creo Team's been fine. Because they have a process, you know? And they're also realistic about the situation. It's not like they're fantasizing about it. It's always annoying to see people fantasize and they don't understand the